The entire buzz I've been hearing with this movie before even seeing it is, here's your best picture winner, here's your best director winner, here's best everything winner of this movie. So it finally came to Hulu today, and I was like, finally, I get to watch the movie that's gonna win best picture from the looks of it. I have seen it, and I can tell you this now, it's probably gonna win best picture. Nomadland stars Frances McDormand is about after losing everything, a woman embarks on a journey through the American West, living as a van-dwelling modern-day nomad. So this film was directed by a woman named Chloe Zhao, who is apparently going to be directing the movie Eternals, which is a new Marvel movie that I know nothing of. But I'm excited for it because it's Marvel. And so watching this movie, like I said, a lot of people told me this is your best picture winner. And I hate knowing things like that before watching the movie because it makes my mindset think otherwise. But after watching this movie, just me personally, yeah, it probably will win Best Picture. Like, it just will. Just watching it, it felt like an Oscar movie. Now, I'm not saying this movie is bad. I mean, it's definitely an Oscar movie. Like, this movie is made for the award, and that's a good thing, you know? We need to give out awards to some movies, and this year, 2020, wasn't the best year, so for this movie to win it, I'm proud of everyone that put their hard work into it. But, for me personally, I am never going to watch this movie ever again. But I'm not going to get straight to the negatives. Let's get to the positives. First things first, Frances McDormand should and probably could be winning Best Actress again. She is great in this role. She is so realistic, and it's hard to believe that there is even a script in front of her. I don't know how much this movie was even scripted, to be honest. And that is a great thing because of the acting from her. She gives it an outstanding performance. She should be nominated, like I said. She might win it, but I do have others that I would actually prefer to win it. But I think she should be nominated, and if she won, good for her. The cinematography should be nominated, and honestly, at this moment, I can think of a few other movies, but this movie should be maybe a frontrunner to win Best Cinematography. The cinematography in this movie is beautiful. I mean, the scenery, the colors, which is using natural light throughout this entire movie, it looks freaking great. Like, it looks really good. And by the direction is very, very good. And I think Chloe Zhao will probably win Best Director from this movie. And I'm really happy for her. Either way, again, I might not love this movie, but watching this movie, I can tell a lot of care and work was put into the performance of Fran McDormand, a lot of care and put of work into the story of showing nomads throughout the country, seeing different types of people, how they react to the situation, how they live their life. The director is a very important part in this kind of movie because even though it does feel like a documentary, she puts this movie in a movie way where, yes, it feels like a documentary, but you are following Frances McDormand. You are following this character. You're seeing her life change in front of her eyes, these different jobs, how she's traveling, how she's living, and her direction to this movie is very poetic. It's very lifelike. Like, this feels like a movie for people that are like thinking about life and thinking about decisions they're making and what's next. Like, this movie touches on those tones, and her direction is very good. Besides all that, the performance, the photography, the score, I almost forgot the score. The score of this movie is very good. Throughout this entire movie, I would notice the score, and it was very just monotone and very sweet and very just, again, poetic. This movie is very poetic if I had any definition of this movie. But my only big criticism is, honestly, is I was bored, and I can't lie. I will not watch this movie again. This movie is slow. Does a lot happen? Not really. But is a lot happening supposed to be explosions and entertaining? No, not at all. But for a movie watching value of watching this movie, you're never going to see me watch this movie again. Like, again, the cinematography, directions, performance by Frances McDormand is all very, very good. But this movie, to me, it's a snooze fest. You're watching it, and it's very slow paced, and it does feel like a documentary at times, which, again, not a bad thing, but documentaries are slow paced. They're luring you and showing you information, and it's good to learn. Like, this movie had its interesting stuff. Like, it was interesting to see how people deal with nomads and stuff like that. And that was interesting. It's different. I've never seen this kind of movie, honestly, ever. So I give the movie that. It's just really slow, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna watch it again. If I do, it's a rainy, rainy night, and I am just laying there watching nothing on TV, and I'm like, alright, let's go to sleep with this movie on. That's this kind of movie. If it wins Best Picture, good for this movie. If you love this movie, I'm glad you did, but for me, it was a great performance, great cinematography, great direction, but for me, the movie itself, it's just boring. And I'm gonna give Nomadland a B-. It's out on Hulu right now. If you want to go watch it and come back and leave a comment down below and tell me what you thought about it. Did you fall in love with this movie? Is this the next Best Picture winner, Best Actress, Best Director? Tell me down below in the comments. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.